Okay, now we come to multiplication. Now multiplication is very easy as you just follow the steps. Now you're going to have to be able to multiply by thousands with hundreds. So the maximum what you're going to need to be able to do is by 3 digits. So let's make up a number 3142 and then times, let's make it the most difficult one by 3 digits. So let's go 124. And it's very easy. Okay, then what we do is we multiply the things as usual. We start with the first one, which is going to be this one. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry 1 over. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 and the 3 plus the 2 gives me 15. There's our first one. Now when we go to the tens, we add a 0. And then we start with the next number, which is going to be this one now. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Okay. Now we're going to the third one. So now we're gonna at the third digit. So we're gonna have to add 2 zeros, and then we're gonna start exactly the same. 1 times 1 is 2. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. And then with multiplication, you just start from the right and you start adding. 8 is 8. 6 plus 4 is 10, so 0 and a 1. So it is 6 plus 8 is 14 is 16. So it's 6 plus 2 is 8 plus 2 is 12. And then 2 plus 6 is 8 is 9. And 0 and 3 gives me 3. And there will be your final answer with multiplication. Okay, let's do an example. Now with multiplication, we also line up from right to left. And then we start with the first digit in the first line. So we're going to get 6 times 6 is 36. And the 3 there. 6 times 0 is going to be 0. 0 plus 3 is going to be 3. Then 6 times 9 is going to be 54. So, and the 5 goes there. And then 6 times 5 is going to be 30. 30 plus 5 is 35. Okay, now because we're going to the second digit, which is the tens, then we're going to have a 0 here because it's 10. Okay, now we start with the second one. 2 times 6 is 12, right? And then 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is going to stay 1. And then we're going to say 2 times 9 is going to be 18, right? And then 2 times 5 is going to be 10. 10 plus 1 is going to be 11. Now we move on to the last one. The last one is here. It's the hundreds. So because it's the hundreds, we're going to add 2 zeros. And we're going to say 1 times 6 is what? 6. 1 times 0 is 0. 1 times 9 is 9. 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, and now we just do everything and we just add them all together. 6 and 0 in the first row gives us 6. 3 plus 2 plus 0 gives us 5. 4 plus 1 plus 6 gives us 11, so it's 1 and the carry over. And then 1 plus 5 is 6. 6 plus 8 is 14. So the 14 goes there. And then we're going to say 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 plus 9 is again 14. There's no value there. There's a 0, so it's 0. Okay, except for the 14 we just added. So it's a 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 5 is 7. So our answer is 744,156. Okay, now the last part of whole numbers is going to be division. Now, when we do division, we write it in the number. You're going to get a question like, say, 3, 4, 2, 1 divided by, let's say, 4 to make it easy. Now, how you do it is you write a little block. The one that you need to, the first one is going to be under the block, and then the one that you're going to divide into it is going to be there in front of the block. And now you're going to use the steps the whole time of checking, can this first number go into a number? Okay, so can this one go into that number? No, so we make a note there or a little dot because there's nothing there. And then we check with the second one is 34. Can 4 go into 34? There's multiples of 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So 8 can go into there. And 8 times 4 is 32. Okay, and then we always subtract. So we're going to say 4 minus 2 is going to give us 2. And then 3 times 3 is going to give us 0. So that's our answer. And then we're going to take the next number under there and just take it down. And then add that there. So that's now 22. Now we ask ourselves, can 4 go into 22? Let's say 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. So it can. We're going to have 20 there. And then, but 4 times what gives me 20? 4 times 5 gives me 20. And once again, the step is to minus those two numbers. 20 times 0, 22 times 0 is going to be 2. 20 times 20 is going to be exactly 0. And then we check again the top one, the next one in line, and we bring that down. It's going to become a 1. And then we're going to ask ourselves again, can 4 go into 21? We just found that 20 is a multiple of 4. So it's going to be 5 again. And then we're going to subtract them once again. And now we're going to get 1. But because we're working with whole numbers, there's going to be no decimals in anything. We're going to write the number that remains as our remainder. So we just write remainder and 1 after there. So the answer of 3421 divided by 4 will then be 855 with a remainder of 1. Now exactly the same works with when you divide by hundreds, thousands, or anything. You just take the number, let's say this was divided by 1,000, and or by 100, and you would just say 1, 2, 3, and then that's our number. But because we're not working with decimals, we're going to have a remainder of 421. And that's how you do it. Let's do a difficult example with 3 digits division, just to see if you understood what I just said. Okay, once again, the question will be divide 399 or 39,928, divide that by 124. Okay, so with the steps, once again, we start from the left and we say, does 124 go into 3? Impossible. So that will be a naught or a little dot there. Then we're going to look at, can 124 go into 39? No, exactly. So a dot again there. Now can 124 go into 399? Now the key is here. Normally when you have 3 digits, it should go into 3 digits. Not always, but normally it will. So then you would have to say to yourself, okay, so it possibly will go into here, so let's do multiples. So what's multiples of 1 to 4? Is 1 to 4, and then it's going to be 2, 4, 8, and then it's going to be 372. Now 372 is just smaller than that. If you add another 1 to 4, it's going to be bigger than that, and we can never go bigger than that. So now we have that, and how many times that was? 3 times. Now the steps is once again subtraction. So 9 minus 2 is going to give me 7. 9 minus 7 is going to give me 2. 3 and 3 is not. Okay, once again, now we're going to the next step is always take the next number down. and then that's going to be a 2. Now we're going to say, can that go into there? Yes, it's already 3 digits once again. So what would we find? Would be 248, right? If you have the multiple of that, and that is 2 times 124. And then we subtract once again. Let's see what we get. We get 24, and then we're going to take the last digit down again, which is going to be 8, and then we ask again, does 124 go into 248? We just found that 248 is a multiple of 124, so yes, 248 will go into there. And then how many times? It's a multiple of 2. And then the last step is once again minus minus, naught, naught, naught. If we get to there, then we will have the answer. There's no remainder, so we can stop at that. Otherwise, if there was a remainder here, we would just put their remainder, whatever it was, at the end of that question. Okay, so let's just check now when we use divide by tens or hundreds or thousands, which is much easier, so you don't have to do the whole long division thing that takes so much time. All you do is you go say, because there's 1 0 there, you're going to cancel out one digit. So if you divide by 10, the answer is going to be 1243. The naught in that is that cancels out that digit, but it's not cancelled out because it's not we don't do decimal fractions, so then it's going to become remainder of 5. So the answer is that divided by 10 gives us 1243, remainder 5. Exactly the same if we divide by 100, then we're going to look at the second one. So the answer is going to be 124, and then the remainder 35. And exactly with 1,000, the same. If we divide by 1,000, it's going to go about the noughts. What is 1, 2, 3 noughts? So we're going to say 1, 2, 3. If we divide by 1,000, the answer is going to be 12, and then the remainder is going to be 4, 3, 5. And that's how you divide by tens, hundreds, and thousands.